Hello, everybody. You are looking live at a wonderful setting here on this evening just before Dr. King's birthday celebration tomorrow here in the Southwest Florida area, particularly in Fort Myers. We're at St. John's Missionary Baptist Church, located in the heart of the city of Fort Myers and deeper in the heart of the Dunbar community, the largest African-American community in Southwest Florida. It is headed up by the Right Reverend Leon Williams. I don't know if I should call you doctor or should I call you doctor too?
I have a doctorate.
The Reverend Dr. Leon Williams. And I'm so fortunate to have him here at the Greater Community Interdenominational Alliance Ministerial Alliance, along with City Councilwoman from Ward 1 for the city of Fort Myers, Teresa Watkins Brown, Ward 1. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Teresa Watkins Brown, first of all, thanks for coming out today.
Oh, thank you.
And I had no idea that you were a member at this church.
Yes. My family's been a part of this church our whole entire life.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Right. So you're sitting here right next to your pastor.
Right next to my pastor, who, we love to death. Great teacher, great preacher.
Yeah, he's a good man. Ever since I met him for the first time, I've been really impressed with him. You might not know this, but he used to be a standout basketball player.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that about him, but I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, he's a cahoot. What do you hope that today, why do you think it was important that you be here today?
Well, first off, I think it's a great thing that all of the churches, the 16 churches that are going to be involved in this, and all of the pastors get together because being a council person, sometimes we need to know who is in the community that we can come to and relate and talk things out with for the constituents of the city. And I think it's important for the pastors and the parishioners to know that they can form an alliance that's able to support them when they do have issues and they come down to us, that they have a team of people that can express those issues.
As a sitting city council person for the city of Fort Myers, you really have a deep appreciation in the fact that in unity and numbers, there's strength.
In unity and numbers, there's strength. And, they always say when there's more numbers, those that speak the loudest get the rewards or whatever they need. And I think the squeaky wheel get the oil. So I think this is important that they align themselves together to make sure that they're being heard.
Mm-hmm. And Pastor Williams, you know that I got exposed to this a little while back, but I don't want to assume that everybody else knows about it. Kind of summarize the history of this organization, the Greater Community Interdenominational Ministerial Alliance. A little short history and then where we are today.
Well, we began with a meeting at the Dunbar High School after the storm Ian came through, and there were funds being given to various areas, and the pastors felt that we ought to meet to try to lend a voice to the persons who were in charge of distributing those funds so that they can know that this community was being left out. And so from there, we had a couple of meetings at some of the local churches, and we formed a steering committee of myself, Dr. William Glover, and Dr. Ricky Anderson, and we began laying the groundwork for the formation of the Greater Community Interdenominational Ministerial Alliance.
And that's a nonprofit status too?
Yes, absolutely. We're working on our nonprofit status as we speak.
So that adversity led to action, which led to even deeper action, because you make it speak to this, I'm not quite sure, but some kind of way something was done in terms of housing. Y'all have worked on some things. Go ahead and let people know a little bit.
Absolutely. Dr. William Glover has been a voice really for this community, and he brought to our attention that there is a need for housing, but there is
Affordable housing.
affordable housing, absolutely. But the issue is, do the community of people who needs affordable housing have a voice?
Right.
And so we began to collectively talk about what can we do to be a means as pastors of churches, and these churches, congregations are made up of these persons who are in need of these affordable housing. So how can we be a means by which these goals can be accomplished?
That's really good to bring that unity together. You're familiar with some of the work that they've done as well, right?
Yeah, and one of the things that concerns me is a lot of time governments will use communities such as ourselves because they know that it's low income or whatever people in the community to get funding, but then we're the ones that are not receiving the funding.
Oh, really?
Yes, so we just need to make sure that our voice is being heard. You know, and I know that I'm not going to be down there all the time, so I want to make sure that our community have, you know, an alliance where they can be heard and supported when these things come about.
And I'm so glad that you're in that position that you're in. I've said it numerous times, we're so fortunate to have Teresa Watkins Brown as a sitting city council person for its community and for the whole city, because she will speak up for the disenfranchised when the opportunity presents itself. Thank you a lot.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you.
What do you hope when people leave here today that they take from today's experience?
My hope is that they take away an excitement regarding churches and pastors coming together and announcing that we have a ministerial alliance who's willing to serve the people of these communities.
That's great. And you guys can see the crowd filing in behind me. That's why I wanted my television set to be right here instead of hitting away, so that we could capture the crowd behind me, Pastor.
Oh,
so
yes,
next time I come, that's the logic behind it.
Yes, sir.
So they can see the people.
Yeah.
That's inside talk.
Okay.
What do you hope that people take away from today's experience?
Well, I hope, again, as Pastor Williams has stated, one of the things, the church is the foundation of our black communities. It always has been. When there was anything going on in the community, people would come to the church and to the pastors to get the answers for things that was needed. So now we're going back to that, where people can understand that they have the voice to their parishioners. And this is something powerful that they need to understand and look at, that they have the voice to us. So we can be a voice out there to them to let them know we're not going to stand for this anymore. We want to be done right, and we're standing together for you to serve us in the right way.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And Leapers Live is so happy to be a media sponsor of today's event, and even more happy to bring my television show finally to St. John's Missionary Baptist Church. And I'm sure that does not go unnoticed by the Reverend Dr. Leon Williams. And I'm certainly sure I'll be back here many, many more times, because I love this guy. I want to leave you guys with some of the quote from Dr. King that I always love saying, because it's one of the few that I know. He said that if you can't fly, drive. If you can't drive, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving. Again, whatever you do, what? Keep moving. And that's what we're doing right here in the 21st century. We're keeping moving. And I even got the Reverend to say he likes that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So remember, Miami might have the oranges, but the Greater Community International Ministerial Alliance has got the
Juice.
He's got to learn that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Greater Community Interdenominational Ministerial Alliance has got the
Juice.
We'll be right back with more interviews. That's the news. Hello, everybody. This is Lee. I'm so glad that you watched that particular show. And if you enjoyed that show, we got other shows like that. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel, watch Lee Pitts Live on demand anytime, and also hit us up on all our social media platforms. Just type in Lee Pitts Live, and there you go.